too many Republicans seem to want to force a government shutdown. That would be the same mistake they made in 1995. It would be even a bigger mistake now. It's playing with fire.
It's just a couple of words and it's a lot of rhetoric back here. But to people sitting at home, this is very real. When we talk about the threat of shutting down government or not having a reasonable resolution to continuing to fund our government or do our appropriations bills, families start thinking, oh my gosh, what's going to happen?
That single act of default will not only stop government payments to those in the military who are risking their lives for us today, to veterans, to the recipients of Social Security and Medicare, and the unemployed. It could also precipitate an economic crisis, driving up interest rates on mortgages, loans, and bonds for businesses and families across America.
Just at a time when we have a crisis in Egypt, and tension in the Middle East and Lebanon and other places, just at a time when our troops are on the ground in Afghanistan and Iraq and other places, a government shutdown, if anything, as it relates to our national security, would be a benefit to our enemies.
Middle-class Americans can't afford an extreme step that would send us back into a bigger crisis than we've ever had before.
This political tactic could kill our economic recovery and drive unemployment rates even higher. A default on our nation's obligations would be the single most irresponsible political action in the history of Congress. We can deal with our debt and deficit in an honest and timely way without resorting to political tactics of catastrophic proportion.
I understand Republicans have deeply held views on how much we should cut. I happen to think some of their cuts are extreme and go overboard. But every week they keep upping the ante and proposing extreme cuts. And then they say, if you don't do it our way, we're going to shut the government down and hurt millions and millions of innocent people, and at the same time risk the credit rating of the United States. Because make no mistake about it, if you start playing with shutting the government down, the same credit markets that abhor default get very nervous.
I think it's very important that policymakers work together and come to an agreement before we come to something like that. Raising the debt ceiling in a timely, orderly way is very, very important.
Cooler heads should prevail. That's what Mark Zandi has said, and that's what every one of us has said.
Personally, we have a responsibility to do this right. No more threats. We need to sit down and negotiate a responsible running of this government.
I hope that we can have a bipartisan agreement to move on this matter in a timely fashion, put aside the political rhetoric and debate, and move so that our economy can continue to grow and we can continue to build good-paying jobs across America.